first of all, good evening, and how are you?
Fine, thanks. Just arrived to like 6 p.m. to Joensuu and waiting now the gig. So,
You're touring a lot nowadays. How is it like for the band to go around Europe and, of course, around Finland as well?
it's different because in Finland we have quite good fan base so far, but in Europe we are not like headlining yet, so it's different to play on a first or second band, and also it depends quite a lot of money to travel in Europe as well, and also in other parts of the world. So that's quite challenging to do those things.
That's true, that's true. How do you spend your free time during tours?
Just drinking a lot, and you know, I used to travel, go to look the city and everything, so I walk and take pictures and stuff like that. Normal tourist stuff. There's not much time to do anything else than to play and waiting, so it's quite boring actually.
Your newest release, Omega Arcade, was such a big transition for you guys in terms of the sound. I can imagine big changes were made, so how was the process different this time in comparison to your previous albums?
I think the main factor was that we wanted to some outer guy, I don't know how to say, but not from the band, to make something to us also, like string like those string arrangements and everything, those things. That's the first thing which we decide early stage when we started to demoing the new songs, and after that it always takes a lot of time for us to make the final decisions when the songs are ready. So we were really focused on what we are doing, and we try to like develop every album bring something new for us. I don't know if it's for listeners, but for us we want to bring some fresh ideas. So that's the thing.
So who has usually been responsible for writing the lyrics and the music on your albums?
Usually I and our keyboard player Olli, we make the most of the music, and our singer makes the lyrics, all of them. But also then we sit down with the whole band and think what is good and what is not. So everyone is involved some way or another. So
I think I already asked you about the direction you wanted to head with this release and the goals for this. So I'll skip that. Apart from perhaps brainstorming ideas for the new album, what was happening during the 5-year gap between Zero Nexus and Omega Arcade?
well, we made new songs basically, but it takes a lot of time for us to do, because we don't want to do any. As I said, we want to bring something new for us, and it's hard to think for ourselves what we want to do, like what is the fresh idea for us. So and also when you're not doing this like on a work, like on work, like 24/7. So it's hard to bring the time for to do these things also. So just normal life and make new songs, using anything else.
You've chosen to release this new album through Candlelight Records. What does this mean for the band?
It was a huge step for us, I think, because we got a good label behind us. I think it's the first time in our history when we have make like a good decision with the label, I think. And also we thought that if we don't get the good label which has good connections, we probably wouldn't have released this album at all, just because we are not. We thought that it isn't. When you are doing 5 years something, you don't want to put out if anyone doesn't hear the thing. So it was the important thing for us to find a good label behind it.
To get your music.
Yeah.
So you must be making some plans to go to North America now?
Yeah.
A lot of Finnish bands.
Yeah. It is like one of the points where we have to do someday, but it always takes. It doesn't depend us. Of course we will come, but always the money is the issue. So there's a quite huge gap between Finland and North America to go there with the whole band and crew. So it takes a lot of money to go there, and if we don't get a good offer, we don't do that. So that's the fact which we have to handle somehow.
So having a spot on the Finnish charts is nothing new for you, of course. But Omega Arcane did even better than Zero Nexus and Intoxicate OS. How does the band respond to something like that? Do you celebrate? Do you throw a party?
Well, yeah. We thought that it might go very well on Finland, but not any parties. I think I was just normal working day next day, so not huge parties, but you know the response after that the Omega Arcane album has been very overwhelming. So it has gives us many many reasons to celebrate a lot. So we have done it.
Good. Where does the band's name come from? What's the idea behind that actually?
It was like first last night before when we went to record our first demo. So we didn't have any name, and the kind of producer of that time, because they have to write something on the record just to know which band is going to make the. So it was the last minute decision, the name, and I think it was we put a hat and everyone put some English words there and pick up, and that's the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've been playing together for years and didn't actually
Yeah.
remember the name.
Yeah.
What actually inspired you to compose the very nice intro to Omega Arcane? To me, it sounds a bit similar to Game of Thrones theme. Has anyone ever mentioned that?
Yeah, a lot of.
Yeah.
I think it is basically almost written by Olli, and he's a huge fan of those Game of Thrones, and I don't know those things at all.
Oh.
You know those. I don't know. Is this a game thing or is it the movie thing, the Game of Thrones, or is it a TV series? I don't know.
It's a
Okay.
TV series on
Okay.
HBO.
But I think he's into those things a lot, so it comes from there. I think so.
What bands or albums have influenced you the most?
We listen. Everyone has own best bands and everything. They are totally different. So there's no one band or something like that. And there's no any nature or something like that. Or just it comes from ourselves and what we have listened ourselves, like individually.
Like, what bands? Name them.
For me, it's just personally, I listen to lots of folk, Bon Iver and everything. So like mellow stuff, and so not so much metal music at all. But otherwise, I like a lot like Behemoth's latest album lots, but there's so much influence in there's so much good music in the world. So
Lastly, what is next for you guys? Maybe you wanna say anything to the fans or?
As I said, we are totally overwhelmed about the response what we have got when we were touring Europe, and you see person who has really into Omega Arcane is really awarding for us, and that's only thing, and keep supporting us. I guess that's the thing.
Thank you.
Thanks.